Welcome back, warriors. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Kiara. I usually talk about anything mental health related. Let me learn how to talk. Mental health related. I'm all about positivity, spreading hope, and my only wish is for my videos to help you through tough times. If you're going through something dark in life, I always hope that my videos can fill you with some hope and some light, and I hope my messages are able to resonate with you. So today's topic is going to be not mental health related, but it is going to be more like my journey with my faith. Okay, so you might be wondering why I'm wearing ashes, right? Or why I have a cross on my forehead. So for those who don't know, it's Ash Wednesday. So I honestly, this is my first, I want to call it my first real Ash Wednesday, where I decided I wanted to go attend mass and go forth with this. Growing up, I was always kind of, I wouldn't say forced, but sort of kind of, my family would take me to church. When you're little, you're like, I'd rather be somewhere else than church. It was always like, as a Latina, faith was a big part of who I was supposed to be, So I was baptized, did my communion, my confirmation. So this was a route I knew I had to take, but I always struggled with it because I would go to church and I'd hear the gossiping and I'd hear, all this stuff going on where I'm like, but these people aren't really here for the right reasons. And I realized as I started getting older that, just because you go to church, you may be going to church every single day, doesn't mean you're necessarily a good person, right? And I'm not saying that if you go every day you're not a good person. I'm just saying that doesn't guarantee that you are a good person just because you attend mass. That's my belief. I feel it's like what you do. If you go to mass and you actually hear the lectures, let it sink in, and you go out and about and you are a good person, then I believe that that's a good person, But anyways, what I'm trying to say is I always question myself, like, am I a good person even though I don't go to church? Because that's what I was made to believe, that you had to go to church to be good. But then I'd realize that I would do my best to help people. I would always try to be better. And I feel like this is my spiritual awakening happened after my rough time, after my journey with depression, and I think this is where people struggle with their faith. Because for me, it was, if God is real, if prayers are answered, why am I not being heard, and why am I going through what I go through? If God really loved me, why is he making me suffer right now? That was where my anger lied with God. Where there was a point, honestly, I didn't believe he was real. I didn't believe God was real. I was like, okay, you say pray, but nothing is happening, right? Because we immediately think, because we pray and ask for something, and because we don't get it, we automatically assume it must not be real. But in reality, what we don't recognize is that we do receive it, but in ways that you can't really be seen. And I started to really open my mind more to the idea of, okay, my prayers are being answered, but not in the way that I expect them to be answered. But there was a time where I was so angry, where I was like, why am I suffering? Why, if I'm crying to you, God, why am I still in this? And why do I not see any progress? But you want me to tell you something. Faith is a real thing because I am still here. I had to go to an extent of literally almost death. I saw death. I literally was so close to dying for me to realize, wow, God is real. And this is not, like I said, this video is not about me talking about religion. It's more about faith, the idea of faith. We all believe in something, or you should believe in something, right? Like, what is life without believing in something? Whatever it is to you. And I know it's hard to have faith when you don't see nothing working out the way you want it to work out. I know, because I've been there. Because I've cried about it. I've gotten angry about it. Where I'm like, why are you not listening? Why are you not listening? I'm praying, like, why are you not listening? I'm asking the universe for something, and it's not why, right? And you feel helpless. You feel like, kind of feel dumb to believe in something. And until you realize that things won't always work out the way you want them to, but sometimes it's for the best, that's when you'll realize that there is a stronger force. And I had to learn that. I'm still learning that. And all I want you to take out of this video is, if you're going through a tough time, don't lose faith. Believe in something. Try to be better. Try to do better. Because we all have a purpose, and we're all here for a reason. It's about finding that reason, right? And I feel like we expect the answer to be right there. Like, this is it. But it's not like that. That's what life is all about. It's about going through the journey and figuring it out along the way, right? Figuring it out. And for me, this is an important day for me and my faith and what I believe in, because now I'm making this choice for me. And I know my relationship with God, although it hasn't been the greatest, I know that he's someone that I can turn to, and he would never turn me away. And I think it's really important to have that faith, have that hope that things will get better. And I know for those who are Catholic or Christian, we always want God to just fix it. But then I realized it's not about God fixing it. It's about, God is that foundation, but what you built from there, it's all you. You're given the tools. Through life, you go through these experiences, and those are the tools you need to build a beautiful house. You can't expect God to just do it all. God is a foundation, but from then on, from there, although he's a stable foundation, the rest of it is all you, and it's what you make out of it. And that's the same with faith, that faith, that, the confidence you carry into the world, that attitude, that's all the foundation. That faith that things will get better, that's all the foundation. The energy you give, the energy you take in, that's all the foundation, And once that's stable, you can only build from there. And trust me, I've been in a state of, oh my God, where I just thought nothing could possibly, there was no way it was going to get better. Okay? And for those who know my past with my depression and my, suicide attempts, there was a point where I literally believed I was better off dead than to live a life where I was miserable and unhappy. And I was just so upset that I was given this life. I literally was like, thanks God, thanks for giving me this life. Like, I didn't ask for this. Like, why did I have to be born? Why? What for? To just be here miserable? Like, it was just this negative attitude, this where I literally saw no hope. And that's I can't really explain it to you, how you can be in a state where you're so helpless, you're so hopeless. But all I saw was darkness. And I remember being in that hospital, being in that mental hospital, and the only person I could really turn to was God in that time of need. And I recognized that the only time I really turned to God was in my times of need. Never when things were good. It was always in my times of need. And I knew that had to change, because you need to thank God or thank the universe when things are good. Not only when they're bad do you turn to that, you know. But I'm learning, and it's a learning process, and I've learned to forgive myself and try to be better. And that's what this journey is all about for me, you know. Whether you're a spiritual person or not, I think faith is important and keeping hope is important. And with that being said, I'm sending you all my love. And I really hope that those Catholics who did get their ashes today, I'm really, you know, I think this is a time for us to really reflect on our lives and how to be better in society. And, you know, I know the priest told us today, this time from now to Easter is that time to really just reflect, like, who we are, what we give to the world. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to really just take this time to reflect. And like I said, even outside of religion, I think it's always a good moment to just sit back and really have some time with yourself. Meditate. Do what you have to do to be in a better state of mind. Okay? So sending all my love. Blessings.